The Kentucky Lady Wildcats stunned the South Carolina Gamecocks in the SEC Women's Final today. The Lady Hawkeyes of Iowa captured the Big Ten Women's crown. Could the men follow it up with the victory over Illinois tonight? I'll have that more tonight. I will also have more news on Coach K's final game at Cameron Indoor Stadium and the disappointment there was. And we had two other huge games in college basketball that had everybody talking. And the NASCAR Cup Series was at Sid City in Las Vegas today. I'll have more on that. And I will also have my closing thoughts on this weekend. And we will start the show right after this.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Pleasant good evening to all of you watching out there on YouTube land tonight. This is Scott Manning with the Scott Manning YouTube Sports Weekend Wrap-Up Show. I want to thank all of my loyal viewers for tuning in on this night. We have a lot to talk about here about the next half hour. I am so happy to have you guys with me. We're going to jump right into the show, and it's going to be ladies first tonight. A rarity, but I'm doing it. The SEC Women's Final took place earlier today. And the Kentucky Lady Wildcats stunned South Carolina, actually number one South Carolina, 64-62 on a Dreonna Edwards three ball at the buzzer. The Lady Wildcats captured their first SEC women's crown for the first time in 40 years, 1982 to be exact. Dreonna Edwards, 27 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, including the three ball at the end of the game to give it to the Lady Wildcats. But she also had some help today. Ryan Howard, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Give her some love. As for South Carolina, Alea Boston, I feel bad for her on these numbers. 21 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. Zaya Cook, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists for South Carolina. How unfortunate. If you look deep down inside and dig at the numbers, Kentucky won all the intangibles. They outshot Kentucky. Kentucky outshot South Carolina, shooting 42.1%. South Carolina, they only shot 33.3% for the game. Kentucky, they shot almost 43% from beyond the arc. South Carolina, only 40%. And Kentucky dominated free throws, shooting almost 77% from the free throw line, 76.9 to be exact. South Carolina, only 60% at the free throw line today. Now, South Carolina did out-rebound Kentucky 44-32. But South Carolina had 13 turnovers to Kentucky's 10. Kentucky won this game, and they earned it. They were 8-8 in conference play all season. They had a 19-11 record. They go into the SEC Women's Final, thinking, whatever happens, happens. Now the Lady Wildcats, all of a sudden, get the automatic bid for the NCAA Women's Tournament that starts this week. I think it starts either this week or next week. But what a game it was. And the Kentucky Lady Wildcats get the job done against South Carolina. What a win it was. Congratulations. And I got a couple of hardwood awards I'm going to hand out. Dreonna Edwards, 27 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. She was 11-21 from the field, 3-5 from beyond the arc, and 2-2 at the free throw line. Congratulations, Dreonna Edwards. And for the first time, you're going to be the first lady player to be the recipient of a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. And you know what? I'm going to give one to Ryan Howard because I feel like it. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. She may have only been 5 of 14 from the field, 1 of 4 from beyond the arc, but she was 7 of 10 at the free throw line. So, Ryan Howard of Kentucky, congratulations to you, ma'am. You are also the recipient of a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. And my congratulations to my 2 Hardwood Award winners for this game. Very well earned. Congratulations to the Wildcats in Kentucky, the Lady Wildcats, for getting it done against the number 1 team in the country. So the question remains, will the Lady Gamecocks get a number 1 seed after this loss? We'll have to wait and see what happens when the women's selection show comes up. Not as in tomorrow night, Monday, but the following Monday night. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But what a win for the Lady Wildcats, and congratulations. They won the SEC Women's Crown for the first time in 40 years. My hat's off to you. All right. That's not the only women's game I'm interested in tonight. I got special interest in the Big Ten women's final. Iowa beat Indiana today 74-67 in a big game. Number 12 Iowa beat number 14 Indiana, and they got the job done. Monica Ziano, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. Caitlin Clark, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. Kate Martin, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 block shots tonight in the Big Ten women's final. But as for Indiana, well, let's see. They won't be singing Back Home Again in Indiana anytime soon. Grace Berger, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Nicole Cardano Hillary, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. Mackenzie Holmes, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks. And Alexa Gubel, 11 points, 6 rebounds, and that was it for her. Indiana dominated the intangibles. I mean, Iowa shot 50% from the floor. But Indiana only shot 37.7. From beyond the arc, it was a nightmare for both teams. But Indiana took that with 21.1% to Iowa's 14.3. Indiana was slightly better at the free throw line, 84.6%, 82.4% for Iowa. And Indiana barely out-rebounded Iowa, 36-34. And Indiana only committed 10 turnovers to Iowa's 11. So Indiana took 4 of the 5 categories, but it's the final score that counts. So my congratulations to the Lady Hawkeyes for getting the job done in the Big Ten women's final. And it's time to hand out some hardwood awards. I'm going to hand out 3 for this game. Monica Zano, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 13 of 18 from the field, 4 of 6 on the free throw line. Congratulations to you, ma'am. You are a recipient of a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Caitlin Clark, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. She may have only been 6 of 17 from the field, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc, but she was 5 of 8 at the free throw line. So therefore, Caitlin Clark, you are actually going to be the recipient of a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. And Kate Martin, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 blocks. 6 of 13 from the field. She may have only been 1 of 4 from beyond the arc and 1 of 2 at the free throw line, but you know what? 8 assists in double digits in the scoring gets you a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. So with that being said, congratulations to my 3 Hardwood Award winners for the Big Ten women's final between Iowa and Indiana. Congratulations. So now, the Lady Hawkeyes get an automatic bid for the NCAA tournament. What a day it was for the women on the hardwood. And what a day it was for the women for the Lady Hawkeyes. But what about the men? This game was a classic. It happened earlier tonight on Fox Sports 1. Number 20, Illinois. Number 24, Iowa. And what a game it was. Illinois prevailed over Iowa 74-72. And a big win it was. For Illinois, Kofi Cockburn, 21 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks. Alfonso Plummer, 15 points, 1 rebound, and that was it for him. Andre Kerbel, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal in the game. But as for Iowa, I hate seeing numbers like this on a losing cause. Keegan Murray, 22 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 blocks. Ouch. That one's going to sting. Tony Perkins, 17 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. Yikes. I hate seeing that in a losing cause. Chris Murray, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. That was it for Iowa. Iowa had a chance to win this game with a 3 at the end. They missed. But I'll tell you what. Iowa did much better in this game. Iowa shot 43.5% to Illinois' 41.9%. Iowa was better from beyond the arc by just a little. 38.1% to Illinois' 36.4%. Now, Illinois did much better at the free throw line, shooting 77.8%. The thing that killed Iowa was free throws. They only shot 45.5% for the game. That's not going to win a ball game. I don't care who you are. Illinois out-rebounded Iowa 42-38. Now, despite the fact that Illinois had 12 turnovers to Iowa's 10, the Illini came back and won it. This game was a classic. I watched this game from start to finish. I know my Cleveland Cavaliers were on ESPN earlier tonight. I said, forget it. This game is more important because Illinois has clinched a share of the Big Ten championship for the 2021-2022 season. The regular season crown has been clinched by Illinois. They will share it with Wisconsin. And by the way, this is the same Wisconsin who got embarrassed at home today by Nebraska, a team that's going to have to play a first 4 matchup when the Big Ten tournament starts this week. What a way to wrap up the Big Ten regular season with a Sunday night main event. And it lived up to the hype. Illinois gets a big win over Iowa in the best way possible. My congratulations to the Illinois Fighting Illini for getting it done. And what a win it was for the Fighting Illini tonight at home at the State Farm Center in Champaign. And what a game it was. The best team won. And it was proven this evening. All right, let's move on. I can't move on without talking about Duke, North Carolina last night. On Saturday night, I should say. North Carolina upset number 4 Duke, 94-81 in Coach K's final game at Cameron Indoor. For North Carolina, Caleb Love, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. Andrew Bacot, 23.7 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 block shots. R.J. Davis, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Brady Manning, 20 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. And as for Duke, it could have been a much better night. Paolo Banchero, 23 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Mark Williams, 16 points, 13 rebounds. Ouch, I hate that. Jeremy Roach, 15 points on 5 of 6 shooting and 4 of 4 at the free throw line. Trevor Keels, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and that was it for him. North Carolina dominated this game. Yeah, I know their biggest lead was like 6 or 7. But if you look at the intangibles, North Carolina took everything. Duke shot almost 50% from the field, 49.3% to be exact. North Carolina shot 48.5%. But North Carolina was better from beyond the arc, the free throw line. And on top of that, North Carolina out-rebounded Duke 37-34. Duke had 9 turnovers to North Carolina's 5. That is why North Carolina went into Cameron Indoor and ruined Coach K's party. And that's exactly what they did. So now, here's the question. Who gets the hardwood awards for this game? Let me see. Armando Babcock, 23.7 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 10 of 11 from the field, 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Congratulations to you, sir. You are now the recipient of a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. I'm going to hand out one more. Brady Manick, 20 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. You get a double-double on 7 of 16 from the field, 5 of 10 from beyond the arc, and 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Congratulations to you, sir, on double-double and great shooting numbers. We'll also get you a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. But before I move on, I got to talk about Coach K. This was Coach K's final game at Cameron Indoor, and it goes down as a loss. And everybody has been hassling and saying, ha, you Duke fans spent $5,000 to go see Coach K coach's final game. You come up with a loss. You know what I say to those people who like to hassle those fans? I say, shut up. And here's why. Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski, was one of the best coaches to ever coach the game. Listen to these numbers. 5 national championships. His 2 greatest national championship teams were in 91 and 92 with Grant Hill and Christian Laettner. And, of course, he coached guys like Grayson Allen, J.J. Redick. I'm not going to say the other things because I'll get kicked off the air. He coached J.J. Redick, Grayson Allen, and there were 96 former Duke players in attendance at that game. That means that says a lot for Coach K right there. He was an awesome influence. 1,196 wins, 4 wins short of 1,200, a 766 win percentage in his career, and a 785 win percentage at Duke, the greatest of all time. 5-time ACC Coach of the Year, 15 ACC regular season titles, 3-time Naismith Coach of the Year, and an 833 win percentage at Cameron Indoor Stadium. But I will say this, though. He was 50-47 against North Carolina. The most wins and the most losses. Believe it or not, that is true about Coach K. Mike Krzyzewski is a legend. Don't discount what he did. Okay, he lost his final game at home. But you know what would be wonderful? If Duke were to send him out a winner and win the national championship. And hey, win the ACC tournament. That would be a great way to end his ACC career. And he could go on to win the national title and send him out a winner. Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski, you are one of the best coaches ever to coach the game of basketball. That's all there is to it. And think of some of those Duke Carolina battles that we had. February 2nd, 1995 comes to mind. And you got to remember, Coach K wasn't even there because of back problems. And Duke was 0-7 in ACC play at that time. And I'm not going to go any further about that. But could you imagine, just think, this is hypothetical, mind you. Could you imagine if we had Duke, North Carolina in the ACC tournament final, playing each other one more time? Would you pay, you know what, if I was able to, I'd pay about I would pay almost $200,000 just to go sit at that game. Just to watch Krzyzewski get his revenge on North Carolina in the ACC tournament. I don't care if it's the ACC final. I don't care if these two teams play again. And you better believe they will play each other again. And I'm telling you, North Carolina is going to want a piece of Duke one more time. And you better believe the Duke fans are going to be rooting for Carolina during the tournament because you know they're going to want another shot at him for Coach K. That's all there is to it. Mike Krzyzewski, my hats go off to you, sir. You were one of the greatest coaches in college basketball history. And I don't need to say anything more about that on this night. All right. Let's move on. Number 13, Tennessee, escaped over number 14, Arkansas, 78-74. The Tennessee Volunteers led by 24 at one point in the contest. But I'll tell you this. Arkansas had the heart, but they just came up short. For Tennessee, actually, I'm going to come back to Duke Carolina here in a minute. I forgot to give out my hardwood awards. I'll come back. I know some of you are probably watching. I will come back to that in a minute. For the Tennessee-Arkansas game, for Tennessee, Santangelo Vescovi, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Kennedy Chandler, a good night for him. 15 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Zakai Ziegler, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. He came off the bench for that. And Josiah Jordan James, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. As for Arkansas, J.D. Noji, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. Stanley Mood, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. And Chris Likes, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 15 points, 3 assists, 3 steals. Tennessee almost gave this game away. They were up by 24 at one point, and Rick Barnes took his foot off the gas. But think about this for a minute. Tennessee dominated this game. Actually, according to the intangibles, it was a draw. Tennessee shot 46% from the field. They shot 66.7% from beyond the arc. Both Tennessee and Arkansas shot 66.7% from the free throw line. Arkansas out-rebounded Tennessee 37-33. And Tennessee committed 17 turnovers to Arkansas's 15. Tennessee almost let Arkansas off the hook. But a big win it was. And I'll tell you what, going into the SEC tournament next week, actually going to the SEC tournament this week, it's going to be a battle to see who wants it the most. But now, time to hand out some hardwood awards. Let's see. I'm going to give one. I'm going to give out 2 of them. Josiah Jordan James. I know he only had 12 points, but he did have 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. 4 of 8 from shooting from the field, 2-3 from beyond the arc, and 2-2 at the free throw line. Josiah Jordan James, congratulations to you, sir. You just got yourself a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. And my other one's going to go to Santangelo Vescovi. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Congratulations to you, sir. You just became the recipient of a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. The SEC tournament starts this week. And with everything on the line, you better believe one of these 2 teams will be gunning for an at-large bid. And that's all there is to it. A big win for the Volunteers, despite the fact they almost gave it away. They were up by 24 at one point, for crying out loud. But a win's a win. And going into the SEC tournament, you'll know what's at stake. And before I move on, I got to back up just real quick. I got to back up to the Carolina-Duke game. I have decided. Oh, I already gave out my hardwood awards. My bad. Sorry about that. I just got so excited about Coach K, and it happens. Now we can move on. Now, number 21 Texas and number 6 Kansas. Kansas beat Texas 70-63 in overtime in a big game that the Jayhawks had to have, because they're going to be the 1 seed for the Big 12 tournament. David McCormick, 27 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. Jalen Wilson, 17 points, 13 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Christian Braun, 13 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. As for the Texas Longhorns, it was not pretty. Courtney Rainey, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Andrew Jones, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 and 2 steals. That was it. Now, Kansas, despite the fact they shot only 31% from the field and only shot 35.3% from beyond the arc, they still won this game. Kansas shot 77.8% from the free throw line. Texas only 68.4%. Kansas out-rebounded Texas 49-42. Kansas, only 11 turnovers this time. Texas committed 15, and that's what cost them. Now, the Big 12 tournament starts this week. Will these two teams meet one more time? You better believe there's going to be a meeting between these two somewhere in the Big 12 tournament. But now, let's hand out some hardwood awards for this game. I'm going to hand out 3 of them, and I think you know who they are. David McCormick, 22 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. He was 6 of 13 from the field and a perfect 10 of 10 at the free throw line. Congratulations to you, David McCormick. You just became the recipient of a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Let's see. Jalen Wilson, 17 points, 13 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. A double-double for him. 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from beyond the arc, and 5 of 6 at the free throw line. Congratulations to you, Jalen Wilson. You are the recipient of a Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Christian Braun, 13 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. Okay, he may have only gone 3 of 9 from the field, but he's 2 of 3 from beyond the arc and 5 of 7 at the free throw line. So Christian Braun, as a result of your double-double, you just got yourself another Scott Manning Basketball Hardwood Award. Now Texas faces Kansas. Now Kansas is going to be getting ready for the Big 12 tournament, and it's going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to it. Now, as far as the big dance goes, we already know who the seedings are, the top seeds are. We already know that. But for the next few minutes, I'm going to focus on the bubble watch. Now, let's see. I want to focus on the bubble watch because I want to see what can happen here this coming week. You know we got conference tournament mania going on. That's going to be starting this week. So let's look at this. Let's look at it like this. The last 4 buys into the field. According to Joe Lunardi, this is the latest information I have. North Carolina, San Francisco, Wyoming, and Michigan are the last 4 buys into the field. I think North Carolina is safe. I think they're safe for now. But I think what they need to do is go a good ways in the ACC tournament. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about the quietness there for a second, but I just thought of this. San Francisco out of the West Coast, win your tournament, you're in. Wyoming, get it out, win your conference tournament, the Mountain West Conference. You get yourself an automatic bid. Michigan, the Michigan Wolverines. I think now Michigan, right now, safe for now, as a result of a victory over Ohio State. But they're kind of in the same boat North Carolina is in the ACC. But they got to go good ways in the Big Ten tournament. Now for Michigan, what they need to do. Michigan, they got to get to the Big Ten tournament final. If you can get to the semifinal, that would be great. But if you can get to the final, that may be better. Because this way, if you can get some good wins in the Big Ten tournament, I think you're going to be in. I think you'll be off the bubble. I really do. I know it's kind of odd that I'm saying this, but the Wolverines beating Ohio State was a huge deal today. That meant they could get themselves off the bubble just a little bit. But Michigan is in the same boat. They got to go a good ways in the Big Ten tournament. Now those were your last 4 buys into the field. The last 4 in. Rutgers out of the Big Ten. You gotta win the Big Ten tournament just to have any chance. That's all there is to it. Xavier, win the Big East tournament. That's the only way they're getting in. Memphis, win the AAC tournament. And Loyola Chicago, they've done it before. They were one of the first 4, and they got to the final 4. Win your tournament, you're in. Now, let's focus on the first four out. The first four out. Indiana, a painful loss to Purdue 69-67 on Saturday, really hurt their chances. Indiana, you got to win the Big Ten tournament to have any chance. That's your only hope. BYU out of the West Coast out of the West Coast Conference. You're going to need a lot of help. SMU, you're in the same boat. Virginia Tech, if you want to get into the big dance, you got to win the ACC tournament. That's all there is to it. The next four out. VCU, Florida, Oregon, and Dayton. VCU, you got to win your conference tournament. Florida, Oregon, and Dayton, plain and simple. You gotta win your conference tournament to get an automatic bid. Other than that, you have no prayer. I shouldn't sound like this, I'm sorry. But I'm calling it the way I see it. And that's all there is to it. All right, we've had enough college basketball talk for one day, but before I go, the NASCAR Cup Series was at Las Vegas today. Alex Bowman, driving for Rick Hendrick, came home the winner. California winner Kyle Larson finished second. Ross Chastain with a nice finish today, came home third. Kyle Busch led a bunch of laps today, finished fourth. William Byron fifth. Eric Almirola came home sixth. Tyler Reddick finished seventh. Martin Truex Jr. eighth. Chase Elliott ninth. And Christopher Bell came home 10th. Next Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series will be in Phoenix, Arizona for a 500-kilometer race there. And it's going to be fun to watch, I assure you. We're going to have a blast, and we're going to enjoy it. And I promise you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for my closing thoughts. The college basketball regular season is now over. We go into conference tournament mania. And I promise you, it's going to be fun all the way to the end. But who are the favorites to win the conference tournaments? For the ACC, I got to go with Duke, the odds-on favorites. The Big East, I'm going to go with Providence. They won the regular season. I think the Providence Friars have the best shot at winning the Big East tournament. The Big 12, I'm going with Kansas. The SEC, that is a hard one for me. There's 4 teams with a shot. I'm going to go with Kentucky to win the SEC tournament. And the Big Ten tournament, well, after what I saw today from Wisconsin giving it away against Nebraska, I'm going to go with Illinois to win the Big Ten tournament. They're the number 1 seed, and I get Illinois winning the Big Ten tournament. Those are my picks for the conference tournaments in college basketball, the big schools. But when the NCAA starts next week, I promise you, it's going to be fun to watch. And then next Sunday will be Selection Sunday. And I'll be doing a special show on that. So stay tuned for that. What a weekend it was. Conference Tournament Mania starts this week in the world of college basketball. It's already started for some schools. But for the big schools, it's going to be go time. And that's all there is to it. And it's going to be a lot of fun to see how everything goes. We're going to have a battle in all the conferences in March Madness. I'm just going to say it. March Madness is officially here. And it's here now. And that's all I have to say on this night. Okay, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I want to thank you guys so much for being with me here on this night. Please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Scott Manning. All you have to do is type my name, scroll down, look for this pretty face, click subscribe, and you will see all the sports shows that I have done so far. I'll be keeping you up to date during the week on what's going on with Conference Tournament Mania with each of the conferences. If there are any huge upsets along the way, I will pass those along to you. I want to thank you guys so much for being with me here on this night. You guys have a great night. Thank you so much for being with me, and God bless. Good night, everybody, and I thank you.